I deeply apologize, and I deeply appreciate the support that I get from the community.
How Wendy Williams ruined her own career? Did Wendy Williams ruin her own career? To know Wendy Williams was to either love her or hate her, but she was definitely not boring. When the show began in 2008, critics wondered how the then 43-year-old host would be able to transfer her audacious interview style honed from her decades-long career as a radio shock jock to daytime TV. Before the show premiered, the New York Times said, nationally syndicated talk show hosts follow the Oprah Winfrey model and wrap their celebrity clatches in a salacious, redemptive tone. Montel Williams, whose long-running show was canceled last May, began his career as a motivational speaker. Miss Williams made hers as a trash talker. But why do people hate her so much? Before I go into all the details, click the subscribe button so that you never miss a video when it's being posted. Despite the Emmy nominee's massive success, she has come under fire countless times both as a radio host and TV host. She infamously conducted a controversial interview with Whitney Houston in 2003 and has mocked celebrities including Joaquin and Rob Kardashian in more recent years. I am often accused of being the person who says things that people really want to say, but maybe are too scared to say it, she said in a New York Times Magazine profile in August 2019. Through the grace of God, people have given me permission to say those things for 10 seasons. I get in trouble sometimes, but it's all good. Actually, I can't even think of what kind of trouble. Let's look at a few comments that may have ruined her career. She made insensitive comments about Swavey. Murdered TikTok star Swavey, whose real name is Matima Miller, died at age 19 after a shooting in Wilmington, Delaware, but Williams sounded unaffected by the news of his death in a July 2021 segment. I have no idea who this is, Williams said, neither does one person in this building. She went on to compare their followers. He's a TikTok star, he's got more followers than me, 2.5 million, she said, before the audience applauded for her having more Instagram followers than him.
I have no idea who this is, neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Well, he's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me, 2.5 million.
Swavey's mother, Chanel Clark, told Philadelphia CBS 3 that she didn't appreciate Williams' commentary. Like, as a mother, Wendy Williams, how dare you, so disrespectful, Clark said. I used to watch you as a child, and even though you have a gossip show and all that, you didn't even know my son. She made fun of Dionne Warwick. In December 2020, the host came under fire after making fun of Dionne Warwick, who had been tweeting about artists' stage names. She's never been involved in the Twitter sphere. She watches TV, or she sings songs, or she reads books, or she socializes, or she moisturizes her hair, Williams said during her show. I think if you're a person of a particular age, you need to be on social media and you need to get down sometimes and talk at these kids. Not to talk at them, but you do need somebody young in your family just to make sure that you're coming off correct. Warwick later responded via Twitter, "A friend alerted me that Wendy Williams was spending a lot of not nice time speaking on me. I tuned into her show to catch the last few minutes of her speaking about me, and, as in the past, she seems not to be able to speak without maliciously made comments," she wrote. "My hope is my name will refrain from being spoken or thought of by her, as this conversation was held a few years ago, letting her know there was nor would be any need for her to say the name Dionne Warwick for any reason. I don't believe one has to be mean to get noticed." Wendy mocks Joaquin. Wendy Williams came under fire this week for her comments about Joaquin Phoenix. The host made a remark about a scar on the actor's upper lip during Tuesday's episode, The Wendy Williams Show. When he shaves off his mustache, he's got a hairline fracture. He's got one of those, what do you call it? Cleft lip, cleft palate, she said. Then she proceeded to pull up her top lip. He's got this, she shared. No, I find it to be very attractive.
When he shaves off his mustache, he's got a hairline fracture. He's got one of those, what do you call it? Cleft lip, cleft palate. He's got this. He's got this. No, I find it to be very attractive.
Many viewers, including Winnipeg Blue Bombers player Adam Bighill, slammed Williams and accused her of mocking people with a cleft palate. At Wendy Williams mimics a cleft lip and palate person, he tweeted. "I have a cleft lip and palate, so does my son who was just born." Her actions are hideous and offensive, promoting bullying with her platform that's irresponsible, #and bullying. Williams later issued an apology. At Big Hill 44, "We're thinking about Beau today as he is in surgery," she tweeted. "I want to apologize to the cleft community and in Beau's honor. Our show is donating at Operation Smile and at AmeriClef Palette, and encourage our Wendy watchers to learn more and help support the cleft community. In an October 2019 cover story, Vanity Fair wrote Phoenix's scar was not a surgically fixed cleft, he says, but a non-surgical scar he was born with. Wendy calls out Nicki Minaj's husband. After Williams referred to Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, as a killer and a sex offender, Minaj fired back, calling her demonic and vicious. "It's not about doing your job," Minaj said on Queen Radio. "There are people who report the news, and there are people who do it with an evil intent in their heart, viciousness. And I pray for you because I know you're hurting and I know you must be sick and humiliated." She later added, "I didn't know that in our society you have to be plagued by your past. I didn't know that people can turn over a new leaf. I didn't know that your viciousness and evilness was this deep-rooted." Wendy judged LeAnn Rimes' relationship. After Williams commented on LeAnn Rimes' relationship with Eddie Cibrian in 2010, the singer clapped back. "All I know is Wendy Williams done pissed my mama off. I don't want to be in her path. To say, I reserved myself a place in hell? I'm incredibly disappointed to see someone with that kind of platform use it for such negativity and could be so mean and judgmental about a situation they know nothing about," Rimes reportedly wrote in a since-deleted tweet. She then added, "I don't like how it happened either. Said it a million times, but this is out of control." Rimes later apologized and even appeared on Williams' show. "Such a wonderful time at Wendy Williams today," she tweeted in 2013. "It airs on Wednesday. I adore her." Wendy threw shade at Lil' Kim. In 2013, Williams commented on Lil' Kim's look. "Do you want to talk about Lil' Kim and that face of hers?" Williams said at the time. She later added, "It's filled so tight now, Kim. It looks like a pin would just pop you." She also said, "Kim, I know in my mind, I know your goal was always to look like LaToya Jackson. You've out-LaToya'd LaToya in your new look. Don't blame photoshopping, blame your plastic surgeon, girl." The rapper then blasted the TV host. At Wendy Williams, "Bitch, you didn't show the side-by-side pic," the Grammy winner posted. "This pic is photoshopped and you know it, you hatin' bitch." But during a 2014 HuffPost Live, Williams said they were cool. Wendy called Beyoncé boring. In 2012, the talk show host described herself as a Beyoncé fan and expressed her intent to watch her HBO documentary. However, she felt the beehive sting after she made a comment about the singer's voice. "I'm watching because, fortunately, one of the TVs in our kitchen has closed captioning, so I'll be able to understand what she says," she told her audience at the time. "You know, Beyoncé can't talk. Beyoncé sounds like she has a 5th grade education. She can't talk."
"I'm watching because fortunately, one of the TVs in our kitchen has closed captioning, so I'll be able to understand what she says." You know, Beyonce can't talk. Beyonce sounds like she's got a 5th grade education. She can't talk.
Fans were also buzzing after Williams alleged Queen Bee and Jay-Z had paid Rachel Roy to stir up some drama ahead of the release of Lemonade. "So Rachel Roy, first of all, you're not this fightin' girl," Williams began, "unless you're on Jay-Z and Beyonce's payroll, and they pay you to mix it up for, I guess, sales for the Lemonade." Wendy accused Kim Zolciak-Biermann of lying. After Williams accused the reality star of staging her 2015 hospitalization and mini-stroke to gain sympathy for Dancing with the Stars, the Don't Be Tardy celeb clapped back. "Absolutely appalling. At Wendy Williams, how disgusting for you to insinuate I faked my mini-stroke on your show this morning. You mad because I didn't come on your show. This clearly shows your warped mentality," she wrote on Instagram alongside of a photo of what appeared to be an email inviting Zolciak-Biermann to appear on the show. Zolciak-Biermann did appear on The Wendy Williams Show in 2019. After Christy Brinkley was forced to drop out of Dancing with the Stars Season 28 in September 2019 due to an injury she sustained during rehearsals, Williams said on her show, "Well, that looked fake as hell. I don't see a wrist and a shoulder being fractured, but that was real cute."
Well, that looked fake as hell. I don't see a wrist and a shoulder being fractured, but that was real cute.
Wendy body-shamed Ariana Grande. "She's 21. She'll forever look 12, Williams reportedly said. "And I don't mean that in a good way. It's nice to look younger than you are, but when you look too young and then you're short, she's like 4'11". I don't look like her as, like, a woman."
You know, she's 21. She'll forever look 12. I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that in a, you know, it's nice to look younger than you are, but when you look too young and then you're short, she's only like 4'11".
I don't look at her as like a woman.
The comment fueled so much backlash that the hashtag cancel Wendy Williams was trending. Wendy versus Nene Leakes. After Williams shaded Leakes over her Birkin bag in 2014, Leakes issued a reply. "What you need is stop spewing hate," she wrote in part of an open letter. "When it comes to gossip, you are the lowest of the lows." She also explained the bag was for charity. Wendy mocked Amy Harwick's death. Williams was heavily criticized in February 2020 for making light of Amy Harwick's murder. After telling her studio audience about the celebrity therapist being pushed from a balcony, the host said, "Come on down," borrowing Harwick's ex-fiancé's Drew Carey's famous phrase from The Price is Right.
Come on down.
Wendy made negative comments about gay men. On Galentine's Day 2020, a made-up holiday from Parks and Recreation that celebrates female friendship, Williams lashed out at the men in her audience. "If you're a man and you're clapping, you're not even part of this," she said. "I don't care if you're gay. Stop wearing our skirts and our heels. Gay men, you will never be the woman that we are, no matter how gay, sir." She tearfully apologized the next day. Wendy slammed Meghan Markle. Williams cast doubt on Meghan Markle in October 2019 after the Duchess of Sussex opened up about the downsides of marrying into the British royal family. "You knew exactly what you were doing," Williams said. "Please don't try to garner sympathy from us." She went on to say people didn't even know who Meghan was before she started dating Prince Harry. Wendy said Rob Kardashian lacked confidence. Williams criticized Kardashian and his relationship with his then-fiancée Blanc Chyna for nearly 5 minutes straight on The Wendy Williams Show in November 2016, saying, "It's not even about Rob being overweight, it's about Rob's lack of confidence. A woman likes a man to take control. Put some bass in your voice and don't let her run all over you. It's not attractive." Chyna fired back on Instagram soon, writing, "I find it so funny how you love to talk about Rob and all of his insecurities like, at a point in time, you wasn't a fat 400-pound-ass bitch on the radio." Wendy made transphobic comments. The Ask Wendy author was slammed in October 2016 for pointing out that a Cosmopolitan cover featured all the Kardashian women except Caitlyn Jenner, who came out as a transgender woman the previous year. "Caitlyn still has a member," she said as the cameras cut to one of her producers shaking his head. But does Wendy regret any of it? After pulling through 11 seasons, a health scare, a stormy separation in the public eye, and many celebrity feuds later, one would think, perhaps, Williams has second thoughts to her earlier no-regret stance. Not at all. "All I can say is that I regret nothing," Inside Radio quoted her in a 2019 piece. "Some of the things I've said might have stung. I sleep comfortably at night. I wasn't coming from a bad place. I am a kinder Wendy now because I'm on TV. If I were on the radio, I would still be reckless. I am on the main TV, not cable. I have a staff. I'm responsible for over 100 people. And believe it or not, they like me. Regret, I can't," Williams had stated forthrightly. Wendy may be hated, but no one can deny that she is iconic. Anyways, let's wrap up. Do you think she deserves all the hate she gets? Do you think she is the one who ruined her own career? Tell us below. That's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.